Hello बच्चों, let's discuss the question. And the question is, who discovered the cell? The key concept for the question will be discovery of cell. It will be discovery of cell. Very initially, there was a scientist, a British scientist named Robert Hooke. The name of that scientist was Robert Hooke, जिन्होंने for the very first time एक dead cell को discover किया था. So Robert Hooke in 1665 was the person who discovered the dead cell. So we can write discovered the dead cell from the cork. Cork is the dead part or the bark of a tree. So he took a cork piece from the bark of a tree and in a self-made microscope he observed that cork piece and found that there is a structure of a honeycomb. He found that there was the structure of honeycomb like structure, और उस honeycomb like structure के अंदर क्या थे? There were small compartment. Those small compartment were like rooms. These compartment were like rooms. Though these small compartment were just like the rooms, so Robert Hooke ने उन्हें एक नाम दिया and the name was cellula. The name was cellula, which means a compartment. Means a compartment. And later on, this cellula is known as the cell. After the discovery of a dead cell by Robert Hooke, later on in 1670, there was a person named Anton von Leeuwenhoek. The name of that person was Anton von Leeuwenhoek. He was the first person who initially found a living cell, and the cell was the bacterial cell. So by his self-made microscope, he discovered the first living cell. And that living cell was a bacterial cell. It was a bacterial cell. And year after year, there were many cellular components and different types of cells were found. And Antony von Leeuwenhoek was the person who himself found many living cells like bacterial cell. He found sperm cell, protozoa, etc. So we can conclude that Robert Hooke was the person in 1665 who discovered the cell which is dead in nature from the cork, and on the observation he observes and concluded that he found a honeycomb like structure. He found a honeycomb like structure in which there were small compartments, and those compartments were just like the rooms. Therefore, he gives the name to those compartments, and the name was cellula, which means a compartment, and later on that cellular word is converted to the cell. After a few years, in 1670s, Antony von Leeuwenhoek was the first who discovered the very first living cell by his self-made microscope, and that living cell was a bacterial cell. Later on, he further discovered protozoan cell, human cell under his microscope. This is all about the question, that is the discovery of cell. I hope the concept is clear to you, the question is clear to you. All the very best.